You may start.
Alright, so I'm here to talk about the killing of Osama bin Laden. Osama is from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. A lot of people think he's from Afghanistan or Iraq. Those are pretty stereotypical places, but he's from Saudi Arabia. At the time when he was alive, he was probably the most hated man for Americans, at least. He's responsible for a numerous amount of deaths, injuries, and like lives being ruined with 9/11 and other attacks. But as Americans, we've accomplished many great things, but the most recent one, I would say, is the killing of Osama bin Laden. We searched for more than 10 years, and we had him in a few different spots, but he got away both times. Well, there he is. I'm sure y'all know what he looks like, top left picture. But the only bad side about us doing this mission is we left the Middle East pretty soon after that. We brought out almost 500,000 troops and fired about half of them, so they're no longer soldiers. And now we have other problems over there, so we're going to have to go back. But first, I want to talk about the background of like where he was and like exactly what he was doing. So anyways, we got him on May 2nd, 2011, and we flew from Jalalabad to Abbottabad, Afghanistan, or Pakistan, sorry. We flew from Jalalabad, Afghanistan to Abbottabad, Pakistan, and it took about a 90-minute trip, and he was in that compound in the middle. We found him because that was like $1 million compound, and Pakistan's not necessarily the richest country, so that kind of stood out to us. So we started putting CIA undercover spies in houses near, and we found on picture, he peeked through a window, and we thought it was him, like just for a short second. We thought it was him, so we started running drones and everything, and it got really extensive with our searches. So it was $1 million compound. It had 12-foot and 18-foot walls, and they were 3 feet thick. Okay. There's no phone, there's no internet. It was built recently, right before that too. So, and the third floor had a 7-foot privacy wall around the balcony. So that's kind of suspicious. And it had 2 really highly protected gates, and you could see in those gates, and they had a lot of guns in there. So, anyways, secondly, who got him? SEAL Team 6, and there's 24 people from SEAL Team 6, and then the other 55 were just Marines, and they weren't actually part of the raid, but they were for backup. And they flew 2 stealth Black Hawk helicopters for the 9-minute trip. And there was Chinook helicopters, which aren't pictured, but they were placed pretty close out just for backup, just in case. And the SEALs used Heckler & Koch 416 assault rifles with night vision, goggles, and just M9 pistols. And they killed a really low number, but it was they killed 2 brothers that were high security. They were supposed to be dead in the first place, and then of course they got bin Laden and his wife, but that was just out there. Anyways, that's a picture of a couple people from SEAL Team 6 over there. Just a fourth of them, but they're the only one that wanted to be pictured. And the reason that we had 1 injured because one of the Black Hawks got caught in so with helicopters, if you're around a high wall and you're trying to fly low, there's a recirculation of air and you won't lift, and so it crashed. And then the other landed outside of the compound, and they had to scale the wall over barbed wire to get in. Anyways, that is the HK-416 that killed Osama bin Laden. Well, it wasn't that gun, but it looks like that. So, anyways, they made a movie about it. It's called Zero Dark 30. That was an entertainment film. There's a lot of documentaries about it that are better, but that was more not truthful and just kind of just for entertainment. And that's a scene from it where they're about to scale the compound. They just landed out there, and Catherine Bigelow directed that. And there's actually a lot of good actors. I mean, nobody like you can really recognize the name of, but recognize the face probably. And that's really it. But the killing of Osama bin Laden is a time that we should all kind of remember, even though a lot of us are probably going to forget, just because he's so responsible for a lot of bad things that happened to us. So we should remember when we came back and got him. So that's it.